My name is Denise Skok, and I am a 2 times breast cancer survivor.
Sam Lin. I'm a plastic surgeon at Beth Israel Deaconess Medical Center. I'm an associate professor of surgery at Harvard Medical School.
I am Luba Perry. I'm a senior scientist at the Wyss Institute, working at the 3D Organ Engineering Initiative.
If I could reimagine the world,
I would want a much safer world.
if everyone could be able to put aside their differences and actually work together, humanity could be able to accomplish a lot of things.
I would imagine a world where we have a cure for every disease.
The first time on the left side, as soon as I saw the surgery, I threw up. As soon as I raised my arm, I saw half a breast. That was hard. That was hard. And then the second time on the right side, as the suture line and things started to deteriorate, it was harder and harder to look at, even being a nurse, because it's your body. Whenever you're talking about amputation, whether it's a finger, a breast, a leg, I think people have a tendency to disassociate themselves from that part of the body. And there were many people in breast survivor groups that I was in that were older women that had never looked at themselves, never even looked at themselves in a mirror. They had no idea what they looked like because they had totally disassociated themselves from that part of their body. In the beginning, I was doing the same thing. I didn't want to touch it. I didn't want anybody to touch it. When I went in for reconstruction, it did not work out. And as soon as I woke up, I said, I don't feel good. Probably 3 or 4 weeks later, I said, I don't know what it is, but there's something not right. They had taken the drain out and my breast just blew up. Fluid just poured everywhere. He said I was about maybe 25 minutes to a couple of hours away from being septic.
There are 3 main forms of breast reconstruction. One is implant-based, one is using one's own tissue from the abdomen, and thirdly, one is using the latissimus muscle or back muscle, moving it to the front and placing it over an implant. Sort of a hybrid situation. These options have not changed too much over time, over decades.
All of these options have very insufficient patient outcome because the silicone implants are leaking, rupturing. They have to be replaced every 10 to 15 years. They have even been linked to other types of cancer. And then with the autologous free transfer, not all women have an adequate donor site where the surgeon needs to cut the tissue from. And even if they do, they end up suffering from donor site morbidity, which are complications in the donor site, like hernia or inflammation, chronic wound that end up in additional hospitalization and revision surgery. So basically, these women have no safe, long-term, reliable solution available to them today. So ReConstruct is a technology to fabricate vascularized fat tissues that can be used for soft tissue reconstruction. The ReConstruct technology basically comes and takes all of the advantages of an autologous tissue transfer, where we cut the tissue from our own body from a different part without having to cut it out. So we have an engineered tissue flap that is patient-specific, custom designed for the patient, but we build it in the lab just by taking a few cells from the patient that we obtain via a minimally invasive procedure.
Wyss team, Luba's team has done an amazing job of where they've started to where they are now. Being able to transplant a fatty organ for breast reconstruction with the ability to minimize or eliminate donor site morbidity or complications to that aspect is really going to be a huge game changer.
For the team that is working on this project, keep going, keep doing. All of us breast cancer survivors are your cheerleaders, and we want you to succeed because this is going to change our lives.